How does constant sexual overstimulation actually mess with the brain? It spikes your dopamine system so hard that your baseline motivation tanks. Your brain becomes addicted to quick hits instead of real progress. Over time, that overstimulation dulls your focus, kills your momentum, and leaves you running on low battery even when life demands high performance. The air shifts when a man decides he's done leaking his potential. It's wild how one quiet decision can pull an entire life into a new operating system. The energy hits different. The world hits different. Even you start to scare yourself a little. That's the part no one talks about. Everyone markets the shiny upgrades, the glow, the focus, the confidence. But there's a darker operating environment behind the walls. A silent zone where the real transformation happens. And honestly, it's not always pretty. It's not meant to be pretty. It's meant to break you down, and retention isn't just some lifestyle hack. It's a hostile takeover of your old identity. The moment you stop letting your body treat you like a vending machine for dopamine, you start disrupting long-term internal structures. The whole ecosystem inside you gets triggered. Old habits, panic, weak beliefs, protests. Your subconscious starts filing complaints like an employee realizing their manager just flipped the entire org chart. But that tension you feel in the early game isn't failure. It's the signal that the old software is uninstalled. Before we go deeper into semen retention mastery, subscribe to this channel and join our Telegram community, link below. You'll get guidance, insights, and exclusive updates designed to accelerate your growth. Stay connected, your discipline, focus, and transformation begin right here. Let's address the part people avoid. The superiority phase. You hit that 2 to 3 week window and suddenly your internal metrics skyrocketed. You feel like a high-performance asset in a market full of depreciating liabilities. Not gonna lie, the swagger feels unreal at first. But this is where the real risk begins. That ego surge is a counterfeit reward. It's your brain trying to lure you into a false victory lap. The trap is subtle. You start benchmarking yourself against everyone around you. You start seeing yourself as the only one in control while everyone else is undisciplined. It's an illusion of hierarchy, and it can derail your entire retention trajectory. If you stay stuck in that superiority loop, you become the villain of your own development arc. The goal isn't to flex power over the people in your orbit. The goal is to prove to yourself that you're capable of managing your own internal supply chain. That's the win. That's the KPI. Anyone could choose this path and level up. Not everyone does, and that's okay. But feeling above them isn't mastery. It's insecurity wearing a stronger outfit. Then comes the part that cracks most men. The line. The desert of the journey, the blackout zone, where nothing feels like it's working. You wake up one day and the confidence is gone. Energy, missing. Drive, offline. Excitement, zero. It's like someone unplugs your power source and forgot to reconnect it. And the scariest part is how quiet it gets. No rewards, no rush, no sense of progress. It's just you, standing in an empty internal landscape, wondering why you even started. This is the moment retention becomes psychological warfare. What most people don't understand is that the flatline is actually the auditing phase. Your brain is recalibrating its dopamine economy. Why does retention act like a reset button for mental clarity? When you cut the overstimulation cycle, your dopamine system recalibrates. It's like shutting down a glitchy app and rebooting the whole device. Suddenly, the brain starts prioritizing real goals again instead of chasing digital fantasies. Retention gives your mental hardware room to breathe. Your neurochemistry is renegotiating contracts from years of overstimulation. It's messy, it's slow, it's uncomfortable, but it's necessary. If you bail here, you restart the entire rebuild cycle. Most men relapse exactly at this checkpoint. Not because the journey is wrong, but because they mistake healing for failure. Stay in that storm long enough, and the system comes back online stronger than before. Social energy returns. Curiosity returns. Old joys become new again. You start noticing that the world feels textured instead of flat. The internal numbness melts, purpose starts forming like cloud patterns, shifting into clarity. But none of that happens unless you survive the dead zone. Retention also messes with your relationships, and not in the clean motivational posture way. When you start taking back control of yourself, the people who benefited from your lack of boundaries get triggered. Suddenly, the old Utha, agreeable one, the people pleaser, the one who always said, yes is gone. You start pushing back on behavior you used to tolerate. You start saying no. You start moving different. And people who relied on the old version of you start acting brand new. Some friendships won't make it through your evolution cycle. Some family members won't clap for your growth. Some people will genuinely feel threatened by your stability because it highlights their instability. Retention detoxes more than your habits. It detoxes your network. And the truth is, Some connections were never built to survive your evolution. They were built for the version of you who had no internal governance. Does retention actually improve cognitive performance, or is it placebo? It's real. Once your brain stops burning energy on compulsive triggers, it reallocates that bandwidth to concentration, ambition, memory, and long-term decision-making. The mind finally gets to operate in deep work mode instead of constant background noise. Why does stopping overstimulation make you feel more confident socially? When your dopamine levels stabilize, your anxiety levels drop. You stop walking around with internal static. You become more grounded, more present, more aware. People feel that shift instantly. It's not magic, just a brain running on clean energy instead of chaotic urge. Losing people is part of the trajectory. It's not a sign you're becoming isolated. It's a sign the wrong people were occupying premium emotional real estate they never deserved. When they exit, it creates space for aligned individuals to enter, people who actually recognize your value instead of exploiting your inconsistency. Another silent threat is the obsession with streak numbers. This one is sneaky. Instead of living the lifestyle, men start gamifying it. They obsess over day counts like it's a leaderboard. It becomes less about discipline and more about preserving a score. That anxiety doesn't strengthen you. It sabotages you. It creates fear of failure instead of pride in progress. Retention isn't a KPI for public display. It's internal governance. Mastery doesn't come from counting days. Mastery comes from forgetting days exist. The mission is consistency, not perfection. Self-control, not scoreboard psychology. When you let go of the obsession with streaks, you actually gain more control because you remove the pressure. Your brain stops operating from fear of losing progress and starts operating from pride in sustaining lifestyle alignment. Retention is a self-audit, a restructuring, a recalibration, a full-scale transformation of your internal architecture. And transformation isn't meant to be soft. It's not linear. It's not comfortable. Real growth rarely is. But if you stay committed through the ego spikes, the flatline winters, the friendship purges, the identity dissolutions, and the streak anxieties, you come out of the other side with something unshakable. You walk into rooms different, you talk different, you make decisions different, you operate from clarity instead of impulse. Your presence hits like a controlled asset with long-term strategic value. You stop leaking power, you start channeling it. You stop chasing validation, you start attracting respect. You stop being led by urges, you start being led by vision. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. Every thanks is a spark that keeps this mission alive. Your support means more than you know. This journey is not about perfection. It's about ownership. Ownership of your impulses. Ownership of your boundaries. Ownership of your future. And the beautiful part is that every man is capable of this upgrade. Not because retention gives you magic powers, but because it forces you to meet the version of yourself you've been avoiding. Stay steady, stay locked in. Stay accountable to the mission. This isn't a trend. This is a redevelopment of your identity. The world won't always understand you, but the right world will begin forming around you. Keep moving. Answer in comments the question which answered in video is help you to get truth. If yes, then write senior in comments section. If you have other queries, then ask in comments. We'd love to hear from you.